Hey, okay. Hey, how's everyone doing? I guess I will just get started. I'm Yoda, and I'm the technical product manager here at CARV, and also head of dev relations. And I'm super honored to be here today to talk about building towards data self sovereignty with CARV's gamer credentials. And I hope everyone hears me fine. Um, cool. I'll continue then. So here's a overview of today's agenda. I will talk very briefly about Web3 gaming and also what problems there are and how CARV fits into the picture, and also talk about how CARV builds its on-chain data aggregation pipeline and how we iterate through and improves on it. And next, I will be talking about the hackathon bounties we have put up and give you a quick demo of the tools and APIs we are providing. And I will leave some time at the end for questions. All right. So why gaming? So yeah, why does CARV be on the gaming vertical? So there is estimated of 3 billion gamers worldwide. So it's a huge market. It's almost half of the world's population. And Web3 gaming is also on the rise. There's an estimated 30 to 40% of all BNB chain active users play games. And so what are some of the problems that exist in traditional gaming that are being solved by blockchain games? Here are some of the top reasons or problems we are facing. The first one is centralized control over gameplay, over profits, over game logic. Basically, the game developers has the whole say in how the game develops, how the game changes. And in fact, this is the reason why Vitalik starts Ethereum. For those of you who don't know, the story goes that Vitalik has played World of Warcraft for many years, and Warlock is his favorite class. And then Blizzard decides one day to weaken Warlock's Siphon Life spell because they think it's too powerful. And Vitalik was very devastated, and he cried himself to sleep. And realized what horrors centralization can bring to the gaming, and what problem it can create. And the second problem is that players does not really have complete control over their in-game assets. These assets are still exist only within games, and they can be only traded inside the games. If you choose to do so outside the games, you may um, be at substantial risks of scams, etc. So that's the second problem. And the third is really no ownership of their own data. Again, this data, their gameplay are stored in centralized servers, and they cannot be brought with you to other places. And how blockchain games addresses each of these problems. First of all, the players have more say in game development via decentralized governance mechanisms. Players can uh, oftentimes hold tokens in these games, and they will choose how the game, they can have a say in what the game um, changes should be, and to make sure that all the changes development are in the best interest of the users. Second problem can be solved is also the most common way games go on chain, that is they have these assets as NFTs and currency as tokens, so that they exist outside, independent of the game. They can be traded safely, and it really ensures the true ownership of the users of these tokens. And third is that to address the third problem, the data, much of the gameplay data has been moved on chain, and so they are publicly available, but it's still segregated and not standardized. And this is where CARV fits and to solve the problem. So CARV is really trying to enable gamers to curate their own credentials by aggregating game history across games, wallets, chains, and gaming platforms, and empower games with data intelligence. So one of the major features of CARV toward this building, empowering user to build their gamer credential is our data pipeline. And this is how it works. So basically, CARV has integrated with over 500 NFT and token contracts from over 100 games across multiple chains. And when a user logs in, the data pipeline can instantly retrieves and aggregates users' past transaction history with all games that are previously integrated. And that's what you can see. That's how they manifest itself on CARV's product is on the right. As you can see, the profile shows how many NFTs you've owned, how many tokens you have. On the bottom right, you can see the breakdown of your assets by games. These are instantly retrieved when a user log in, whether it's new user or old user. These will be retrieved and presented. And the data latency is with less than 30 minutes for major blockchains. This is how performant the data pipeline is now, but we really have come a long way in building the data pipeline, and it constantly improves on it. And I would share a little bit about how we started, what kind of changes we made. And yeah. So at the very beginning, when we first launched CARV, we were using third-party APIs from providers like Morales. And the advantages of using their services is that it's really easy to get started, and it saves a lot of development time, and you don't need a lot of deep domain knowledge of the blockchain to develop such a pipeline. And it comes with multi-chain support. And as we grow, as CARV has more traction and more users, we start experiencing problems like rate limits. After all, they are still third-party APIs. There's a rate limit, and there's a low throughput, and there's a little customization. And we begin to think of other options to address these problems. Next, we turn to the graph. We have used the cloud-hosted and self-hosted solutions. And the graph compared to the NFT APIs that are seen on the market is really is very customizable because of the GraphQL language, and also because it can interact with the contracts. It can call contract functions to make a very specific queries that really fits our needs, and it also allows more wallets in one single query, so it becomes more efficient. But the problem or downside of that, the graph, is that it really takes a long time to sync for many of the subgraphs. And when we try to expand or scale and add new contracts or new games, every time we need to create new subgraphs and wait for them to sync from the very beginning. So we solved some problems, but there arise some others. And then we start to really think about building our own solutions. And the solution we chose at the end is to store all historical transaction logs for all the blockchains into CARV's data warehouse, so that it's really scalable. Because we have all the data, it's very easy to add new contracts. Basically, each additional contract or user doesn't really cost extra resources, and the response is instantaneous, and it supports high throughput, and it also has very low latency because it's in our own database, our own program. The communication between our own backend program and the database, the data warehouse, um, is very efficient. The only downside of this solution is that we need to maintain the data warehouse. There's some infra costs that we need to bear. So really the lesson we've learned from the iteration, the transformation of our CARV's data pipeline is that you really need to choose the solution that best suits your needs and be ready to adapt. At different stages, there are really there are different emphasis in your project. For example, when we first get started, the priority is really to go to the market quick, to build something in a short time. And I think it's wise for us to choose the third-party APIs and use something that has been proven to be reliable and quick. And then as our needs changes, we need to also think about how to improve and make it more scalable, and yeah, just adapt to new needs. So yeah, be agile, be adaptive. I think that's the lesson we've learned here. And next, I will spend some time talk about walking through the hackathon bounties we put up. So these are the bounty prizes. First place, there will be 3,000 USDT, a winner SBT, and 3 months of social and BD support from CARV. Second place is 1,000 USDT and then winner SBT and 1 month of support. And third place is there are two with 500 USDT each and 3 winner SBT. And all qualified submissions will have AI generated BNB CARV ecosystem builder SBT. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you can scan the QR code at the right bottom to enter the event on CARV. There will be prizes and instructions. Yeah, just feel free to enter and to get a feeling of CARV if you are not registered yet. So here are some of the topics that we have. The first one is to implement privacy-preserving verification of gamers' credential and privacy-preserving data sharing. So what are we talking about here, right? New users could be accelerated to a higher level, or allowed to participate in CARV events if they could prove that they are experienced with other games, without actually disclosing the actual data, the specifics to the games hosting these events. So basically, you want to prove that you are very experienced without telling them the exact games you play, the exact hours you spend, the exact dollar amount you spend. So some of the technologies or inspirations they can use are zero knowledge proofs, trusted execution environment, or multi-party computation. So this topic is really about how to preserve the privacy of the user. And for this topic, CARV will be providing some synthetic user data for you to play with. Yeah. The second one is interoperable display of gamers' achievements in Web2. Again, the sample scenario could be a first-person shooting player who has banked 12 years of CSGO. When they stream on Twitch, they want to be recognized for their past achievement and reputation, and display their CARV profiles on their streaming screen or whatever, right? So an example that we can model after is Mask Network, which are very well known for bringing NFT displays on Twitter and Facebook. Um, yeah, so you can build something like a browser extension that displays CARV profile on other websites like Twitch, etc. And Steam Ladder is another website where their profile page is really good to show off your experience, your credentials, right? And it would be even better if it can be shown elsewhere too. It can be brought with you to other places. So the second topic is really about bringing your credentials with you and showing it to everywhere you go. So uh, yeah, this is Mask and their plugin on Twitter. Uh, uh, topic topic number three is in-game moment recording, content editing, and tokenization. So imagine beating Elden Ring in 80 hours and having these incredible moments recorded, um, commentated, and uploaded to your CARV profile, and eventually be minted into SBT. Right. So some inspirations can be tools that are built on Overwolf. There is a, a a tools that can capture in-game video. Basically, it's a plugin into games that can capture your screen and getting data of your gameplay and comprises summarizes them and make it into a highlight. So tools like there are products like Insights, Gazoom, Outplayed, and Metal that can all be good examples to look to. And so this one is really about capturing your game moments and store them permanently on CARV or on blockchain. This is Gazoom and their video editing and clipping tool. The fourth topic is to design and implement generative AI tools that better enable everyone to create Web3 games. This is related to AI and game creation. Um, a scenario, a use case could be AI and human co-writing tools for world building, creating storylines, quests, and even full branching novel games. And the second option or direction is content discovery. As game creators wield more power with the rise of AI, and there will be a lot more games created, and also the need to connect players to the games that are best fits for them and help them sort through all the overwhelming games is really important. So you can build some tools that help match the players to the games they would really enjoy. Um, so startups like AI Dungeon and Electric Noir have their branching narrative games powered by AI. And Losai.ai also, for instance, is working on AI-powered semantic search for game assets. That's more on the game content discovery track. And yeah, this is AI Dungeons game. Um, and topic 5 is gamer profile enrichment. Uh, you can work on something that is index on-chain data and tag users and augment these data onto their Web2 credentials. And this could allow for unlocking for premiums previously unavailable. And some inspirations include Degen Score, Dune, and footprint analytics in the context of gaming and with gaming specific applications. Yep. And here are some of the resources we have um, for the developers. And all right. Yeah, next I'll do a quick demo of the a demo product demo code that we wrote, and just to that uses some of the APIs we are providing. Let me just share my screen. Another one. Okay. So yeah, this is the API docs that is also linked in the previous slides. Here you will have the APIs you might need in building some of the topics. For example, there are login APIs for users to log in and retrieve their CARV profile. There's also an API for uploading highlights that you captured from games, etc. And this is the demo GitHub that is also linked, that shows you how to build a browser plugin. So we are really trying to get rid of help you focus on the thing that really matters, and reduce your onboarding time with the CARV APIs with this repo. And I will just show you very quickly how this would look. Yeah, if you follow these steps, and you should be able to load the extension. Uh, Load the extension onto your Chrome. So this is a CARV demo extension that is built from the repo. And if you go to view demo, and yeah, so this basically mocks how a real plugin will work on a website like YouTube or Twitch or Twitter. And um, here on the website, you have the options to log in, and yeah, I just signed a login message, and it retrieves my CARV profile and show it on YouTube. And also the highlights. These are some of uh, the code to upload images or files onto CARV. Yeah, this is the demo project we have, and I'll switch back and show you. Yeah, here I have just the flowchart for how the plugin works in a browser. Sorry. So basically, you have it's very different. It's a bit different from the normal website of front end development. You have the three layers here. You have the user interface, the JavaScript code that user interact with directly. Then you have the content script injected by the extension into the Twitter page or YouTube page in this case. And there you have the browser extension background that talks to the server directly. Oops. So when a user logs in, it first will send a request to the content script injected, and the content script will send another request to the background, and background will be the one talking to the server and getting the user credentials and getting the signature verified. You'll get the response from the server and return the response to content script, and then content script will be returning the response to the user interface, and the data will be presented. So yeah, this is how the browser extension works in a nutshell. And so the code is there, and you should be able to very easily get started on this. And that is the end of all the content prepared, and I will have some time for questions. And do remember to scan the QR code to get into the CARV event. All right. Doesn't seem we have any, but yeah, just feel free to reach out to me in the group via email. Yeah, we are here to help, and we encourage everyone to sign up. And we have a lot of bounties topics that are very open-ended. I think people should be able to enjoy these topics. All right. If not, no more questions. Just thank everyone for coming and listening to this workshop, and a happy building.
Hello guys, can you hear me? How's everything now? Hello. Can you hear my voice? Hi, Kay. Okay, great. Yeah. Sorry for the delay, because there's something wrong with the sharing screen feature of my browser. But anyway, let's start. And hello everyone, and thank you for participating in today's workshop. And some of you may have known that our team used to be working to the Web2 space, and we have already built at least more than 2 products or 100 million users. And so today we are essentially bringing our diverse experience in building products from the Web2 space to Web3. And of course, there are various technical challenges in Web3. So today, I'll mainly share from a developer's and a builder's perspective, and on how to better build smoother Web3 products on the eve of mass adoption, rather than what we have seen in the past. So, okay, when it comes to the Web3 product, whether it's a GameFi or a SocialFi or a Metaverse, they all involve a user login process, right? And additionally, there are various wallet features, because the big difference in the Web3 is that the user need to interact with the blockchain features. And especially in the GameFi field, some NFT in the game is also a very large market that is growing rapidly. So I will share my experience in serving various clients in the past, and thinking about the middleware products that we can offer at the same time. So for logging, of course, everyone is probably very familiar with the image on this right side, right? So in order to use a Web3 product, a user, firstly, they have to download a MetaMask extension or a wallet app. Then they spend almost 5 to 10 minutes setting up their melodic phrase, and then return to the Web3 product. And when it needs to interact with native crypto tokens and the blockchain, the user also have to go somewhere else. So for example, like exchange to buy some token, then come back to the game to play. And the entire process is quite lengthy. And since Web3 is still on the eve of mass adoption, and the user base is not that large, so everyone may think that the process does not have significant impact with a relative small user base. However, if you conduct some user tests, you will find that actually this presents a very high learning barrier for new users. And of course, we are most familiar with this issue with our knowledge base, but for Web3 for Web3 newcomer, it is entirely different story. So the end result is that if everyone uses this method for mass adoption, the conversion rate will definitely be low, right? And furthermore, using this method to import the melodic phrase or private keys for logging poses significant security issues. And for example, last year there were several large-scale private key leaks in the wallet industry, and also this year seems there are also several cases. And of course, some exploration have been made in the user experience, such as StepN in the last year. And from a user experience perspective, it use email-based login. However, due to its centralized wallet architecture, users still need to import the magnetic freeze or rely on external Web3 wallets. And Stephen has shown some potential to break the barriers on mobile device, but the entire user onboarding process still remains extremely unfriendly to new users, which I believe has also limited its growth as well. And in this industry, there are some platforms that use social logging combined with private key custody and have a large use space. However, for users and the industry as a whole, this approach goes against the spirit of decentralization. So how has Particle come up with a solution to solve this problem? So firstly, we need to have Web2 social logins like email and also SMS, allowing user to access your product with their familiar methods instead of having them to learn for a half hour before using it. And we also need to address the safety concerns of monolithic freeze and private key. So we provide a wallet experience without the monolithic freeze or the private key, while we use MPC TSS technology, which is shortened for multi-party computation threshold signature scheme at the core. So most of you here are professionals and are familiar with smart contract wallets or contract wallets, but yeah, you may think that MPC TSS is also as something like an off-chain smart contract wallet that is not aware to the chain. So we also support Face ID or Touch ID onboarding, eliminate the need for even traditional password methods. And by using our SDK solution, users can experience your product as if it were a Web2 product. They connect to Google, Facebook, or even their MetaMask for the Web3 users. And we have optimized a lot of the SDK to address the pain points of the mobile MetaMask experience and also provide on-ramps that can be integrated into your app. So users don't need to register on any exchange or spend a few hours before using their product. So as a result, user can access your product like a Web2 product within 5 seconds. So you can enable them to buy the tokens with your credit card, bank account, or e-wallets to interact with your contracts or NFTs. So we currently support all EVM chains, including the recent ZK Sync, Polygon, ZK EVM, and of course, Binance Smart Chain, and also the upcoming different layer 2 solutions such as the Base, and they are all ready for integration. And for some chains, non-EVM chains like Solana, Near, Aptos, and Sui, we also support as well. And one hidden benefits for developer is the ease of multi-chain integration. When a user logs in, they has a Solana wallet and they wanted to switch to BNB chain, they just one click and switch within the product, which make the whole experience incredibly smooth. Yeah. And our authentication solution is highly customizable and developer friendly and offers local customization options. We support bring your own authentication and also bring your own user system. So if you already have established a user authentication system, you can integrate into our wallet middleware without changing your authentication process. And what some of our clients, including Era7, and which is a top GameFi project on BNB chain, and also MyShell, which is the AIGC platform. Melaxi is another GameFi project. Questflow is a tooling platform, and Auth2 is a payment platform. So for these examples, it's clear that user can onboard with their familiar Google or Facebook logins without having to understand anything about the MetaMask or private key or magnetic freeze. They can lead to a conversion rate similar to Web2 products, which is over like 90 to 95%. And we also provide comprehensive platform coverage, such as like mobile end, including the native iOS, Android, and also on some game engine like Unity or Unreal, and also some other framework like Flutter or React Native, which you can deploy on both mobile ends. Yeah, and also there is Sendme is a decentralized Discord social app, communication app, messaging app for end users from sending network. It requires Web2 user onboarding. And also Gameta is an NFT GameFi platform with one of their games now supporting, not supporting MetaMask at all because of the poor user experience. Instead, they integrate our solution, allowing the existing Web3 users to transfer assets. And also DAOing is a DAO tooling platform, and Powerful is a GameFi project, and both of which are among the mobile clients. Yeah. And the next one, I would to elaborate a little bit more on the MPC TSS. So its core lies in two key, which relates to the generation and the signing. And both of these involve multiple parties and their respective key shares. So in the process of generating and signing the transaction, that as I mentioned earlier, it is impossible for these key shares actually to be appear in one place. So there is no single point of failure for the single attack which can surface, such as if you are having my MetaMask private key, is very likely to be phished. And I believe most of, at least half of Web3 users have experienced some phishing attack or even lead to leakage. But using multi-party computation and the opportunity to obtain such whole key material to generate the signature in the role of the user has been removed. So which is by the underlying security for the MPC. And of course, it has another feature that might be helpful. This is when, if there is a leakage event happens, so such as Solana ecosystem, which they have experienced private key leaks. And if you are doing it with MPC wallet, you can refresh your key shares without needing to change your external address. And it makes it similar to use like a bank account where you can change your password anytime and anywhere. And the old password is useless to any people. Even though they steal your keys, they cannot use that one any longer. And this is, the next one is our 2x2 architecture in our MPC setup. So the user fully controls one shard and the particle holds another shard. So this leads to an interesting situation because when a signature is required, the particle service will also participate. And therefore, for any clients want to implement some truly useful 2FA or password protection. So currently, mobile wallet security is only protect your phone from being taken or obtaining your private key, right? But in this case, we can actually hook some logic at the meantime when the message is being signed or transaction being signed. We can enable some real-time risk monitoring and interception. Yeah, so this is our authentication solution, and which helps onboard users and address their concerns. And there will be also some demos later. And as for the wallet, I'm not sure how many of you have built products before in the Web3 space, but we have collaborated with many projects. And I believe the biggest pain point with wallets is the redundancy in creating a wallet within a DApp or Web3 application, and it's completely unnecessary because there is no need to guide the users to download the MetaMask, not to re-event the wells for implementing ERC20 transfers or NFT indexings or various wallet features. So we provide a wallet as a service, which offers modular, out-of-box, and easy to integrate features like comprehensive token or NFT indexing. And for instance, if you want to do the swapping, there is also an out-of-box service you can directly integrate into your web app, your Web3 apps. And also, as for NFT interaction, all of these features can be easily combined across different platforms and products. And also, as you need to remember that your product is not only on mobile, but also on the web end, redoing everything comes at a high cost in terms of time and resources. But if you utilize the SDK that offered by us, it's just like easy at writing the same code. So we also offer on and off ramps and allowing your user to perform conversions directly within your DApp. And we provide DApp browser. We also provide DApp a browser container for integrating Web3 products into your ecosystem on the mobile end. And also, our on-ramp aggregator partners will with some leading industry providers so that you don't have to re-implement with the MetaMask or any on-ramp process in your DApp. We will cater for all the heavy lifting in the backend, and also it's optimized to the bone so that it's just really easy to use. And also we provide local customization for the UI and also for our wallet as a service. And also it allows you to modify the features and the UI with our white label wallet without any coding knowledge. Yeah, and now let's also introduce like two of our clients. Also one is Altiverse, which is a leading metaverse platform that many of you may be familiar with. And they have their own user base, and they have integrated our wallet as a service via their email, Google, and Facebook logins. And the screenshot here shows the web version, but they actually have an Unreal Engine client that are also working. That also like work perfectly, and they're currently working on some casual gaming product, and all of which will be integrating with our SDK across various platforms. And for the next one, actually I cannot reveal much about it, but it is a very significant one that you can look forward to. Its appearance and the customization are entirely different from our out-of-box solution, and it demonstrates the capabilities that our SDK can offer. So yeah, this is some example that shows the mobile version as well. And for the DApp browser I mentioned earlier, any DApp that can be integrated into it. So for instance, a product here called DAO-in, they provide DAO toolings, and it has some DApps that can be directly integrated with their mobile app using the SDK. Yeah. And now let's talk a little bit more about NFT. Okay. So as you know that in-game assets currently consists many of tokens and NFTs. So I want to address one point. So why should users have to go to OpenSea when they want to treat NFTs within a DApp or a GameFi project? Why should the developers need to re-implement the same features within their application for all the NFT related functionality? And as a top-down approach, developers end up becoming full-stack Web3 developers, which is not conducive to mass adoption. And because if we wanted to achieve mass adoption, we need to lower the barriers, not only for users, but also for developers. So by providing this NFT service, we can help address these issues. We offer like a very flexible meeting strategy that support various primary market sales methods, and also we provide white label solutions and APIs to help you quickly build your in-app application-specific NFT marketplace. And essentially, you can integrate OpenSea into your product just with a few lines of code. And we support pricing with your own token, which OpenSea, of course, does not. And we also enable purchasing NFTs with fiat currency without requiring KYC. Yeah, and for those who are identified with our white label solution, they can also utilize our APIs for NFT and also for data analysis for yourself to build your own platform with all these kind of tools. Yeah. And here is two examples. One for mobile, where the UI is built by the clients using our API, and it supports both Solana and Polygon, covering all the EVM chains. And also the second example is an NFT marketplace built with our white label solution. Oh yeah, there's some video. Yeah, I think this one, because it's a PDF, here on the platform cannot share my. Yeah, so I have to give a. So, but if you take a look at this, is that so for Red On, I think some of you may know about it. It's a ready-to-earn Web3 social platform, and their main target is their main target audience is Web2 users. So we have been really work closely with them from the beginning to help resolve the Web2 user onboarding issues. And if you go to check out their product, so for example, you can try using Google to log in. Then the whole process is just like a regular Google login. It takes only about less than 5 seconds. And if I remember correctly, it only took Red On just 2 or 3 days to complete all the wallet-related tasks using our white label wallet solution and the various APIs we offer to their developers. And for Power of Women, this is a GameFi project which ranks the first in Google Store in the US market. And in this one, we can also allow users to log in, such as using the Google, Facebook, or Apple ID. And actually, within the app, after the user being logged in there, they actually have a button so that user once click on the button, they will show up a whole bunch of wallet-related features. So if you don't want to build your own wallet-related interface, you can just use our components so that the user can easily interact all the blockchain-related functionality within your app. They don't have to go back and forth. Yeah, and yeah, this another one is like Web3 social app that's based on Telegram. It's a user can send red envelopes directly through Telegram. Yeah, and also you can make payment there via your credit card, and also you can implement password 2FA as I mentioned earlier. And next one is yeah, so account abstraction. Yeah, account abstraction is also a hot topic right now, and but I won't go into too much detail today about it, because yeah, some anticipated feature like including sponsor transactions, gasless transaction, or social recovery. Also, yeah, batch transaction, of course. Yeah, for example, for batch transaction, if you want to do a swap, a token swap, user usually they need to approve first, then do the swap, which requires 2 transactions in total. But if you are utilizing account abstraction, you can batch them together. And also things like session keys, are another great feature that people are excited about, which could eliminate the need for signing in subsequent operations. Yeah, I am personally very excited about account abstraction as well, and we have been working with Backolomy to launch our MPC and AA solution. So from a developer's perspective, the most useful feature of account abstraction could be sponsor transaction for gasless, such as free minting of NFTs or gas-free trading of NFTs. Yeah, and we also launched the very first MPC account abstraction wallets in the industry with Backolomy. And yeah, so yeah, actually, if you can see here, so that user is actually having a AA wallet instead of EOA wallet. So even though there is no balance inside their wallet, they can still do transaction based on the sponsorship from the NFT creators. Yeah, really love to share about this. Yeah, the video. But later, yeah, if you have any question, I can post the link so that you can try it out by yourself. Okay. Yeah, and to summarize, yeah, our middleware is currently focused on 4 main aspects. So the first one is the authentication, which is a seamless onboarding user using their social accounts, and which is empowered by MPC TSS, and also wallet as a service. You can use our white label wallets and also various out-of-box wallets feature APIs, and also one-stop NFT solution. We can help you easily create a primary market secondary marketplace for your NFT, and also set up the minting functions as well. And also for node and the data API, we also provide access to the underlying node and the data capability for developers, which can also help you quickly analyze all the on-chain and off-chain data. And all these features are supported across different chains and platforms, and they are compatible with any development framework you use. And something like our backers also include things like here, and we are also the only wallet SDK recommended in the BNB chain official starter pack. If you are looking for a wallet SDK on the BNB ecosystem, you can be sure that we are the best one that you can find in the market. And well, that's all for the summary, and I hope this gives you a good understanding of what we offer to developers. And here are some useful links. If you have time, you can take a screenshot or scan the QR code with your handphone. Yeah, so I think that's all about my sharing. Any questions? If you have, I can answer in the follow-up stages. Yeah. Hello. Venus protocol is the lending protocol on BNB chain. Yeah, actually, you can use the Wallet Connect feature. So actually, within our wallet, there is in wallet browser. You can use that to direct to any application that you want to interact with, or you can also utilize the Wallet Connect protocol to actually redirect your wallet session into the Venus protocol. So you can have the user using their particle wallets on the Venus protocol there. Yeah. So it's going through by the Wallet Connect. Any other question?
Hi, can you see my screen? Maybe entire screen. Okay, maybe I share the entire screen. Is that okay? Hi everyone, is that okay? Hello? Different screen. Hello? Um, cannot see us. We can hear. Um,
So maybe let's just wait for a few seconds for Leo to adjusting his settings. And I hope everyone have enjoyed today's workshop with CARV and Particle Network. Okay, let's try again. Still not work. So Leo, do you have PPT or just if you have PPT, you can also
你刚刚
upload.
下载那个 file 在哪里？刚刚下载那个 file，这个。Still cannot see my screen.
Yeah. Maybe also you can choose to upload your PPT. So while Leo is testing with us, let me just introduce a little bit about today's workshop. So the workshop, the Leo is from Alibaba Cloud.
Hi.
And as we can see here, he's the lead of Web3 development ecosystem of Alibaba Cloud Intelligence. And today's topic would be how Alibaba could support your Web3 journey. And Leo will also introduce to us about the $30K voucher.
Percent.
And also, like, I'm not sure if anyone here haven't registered for the hackathon. If you haven't registered, you can scan the QR code on the right side. And also you can scan the QR code on the other upper side, which will be jump to our Notion page. Where on the Notion page, you will find all the relevant information that you need for this hackathon. And also the most important thing, I think, is to join our Discord channel powered by Encode. And this Discord channel, you have be able to ask technical questions there. Alibaba will also be there, and also you can form teams with others. So Leo, I think we still cannot see your screen. Can you choose to upload the PowerPoint, or you can share the PowerPoint with me? Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, actually, another thing I want to let you guys know is that after the hackathon, we will have the Zero2Hero incubator, which already has started applications. So if after hackathon you want to,
So
Hi, Liu.
hi. So can you see my screen now?
Not yet. Do you have PPT?
Or I just start my presentation.
We can't see your screen, I think. But maybe you can share your PPT with me through the Telegram if you want, so I can help you upload. Okay. It's there now. I think it's maybe just too hot. Yeah, we can see your screen now.
Technical.
No. We can see your screen now.
Okay.
You can start it. Yeah, it's just maybe a little bit slow.
Oh, you can see my screen. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I start the presentation. Okay, so everyone can see my screen, right? So I just catch the time. So I'm Leo from Alibaba Cloud, the lead of Web3 ecosystem development. Today I'm going to present the slide about how Alibaba Cloud supports your Web3 journey. So at the very beginning, so I want to present that actually Alibaba Cloud is a very strong cloud provider in Hong Kong. So you can see a lot of global recognition, leadership in the position, in first positions, especially in computing, storage, network security capability recognized by Gartner Solution Score. So actually, we're the #1 cloud provider in Hong Kong. So back to in Asia Pacific, in China, of course, Alibaba Cloud is the #1 cloud providers according by IDC. So actually, we are the #1 cloud providers in Asia Pacific region, including China as well, according to Gartner. So in worldwide, we are number 3 cloud providers. And here is the Alibaba Cloud Global Infrastructure. So you can see the spot here is actually our IDC located in. And we have over 28 Alibaba Cloud regions. It's across 86 available zones and over 2018 CDN nodes. So especially in Hong Kong, we actually have 3 available here. And you can see some major country like Singapore, Jakarta, KL, Bangkok. We all have the data center there. Here actually is our cloud product portfolio. I don't go deep dive here, but you can see we cover lots of a category here like computing, network, storage. That's the basic infrastructures. We have a category of data intelligence like database, big data, AI, IoT, etc. And we also have some industrial application engines like live streaming solutions, some middleware and management tools, etc. And of course, we have a full suite of security products. We actually have a lot of industry solutions and best practice here, like financial sector, retail, media, and gaming sector, etc. So this year we invest a lot of in Web3 industries. So I will present some services in the coming slides. So talking about carry you from Web 2 to Web 3, so Alibaba Cloud actually can help you to deploy your solution or workloads right on Alibaba Cloud's infrastructures. So no matter you are working in Metaverse, you are a virtual asset trading platform, you look for a security solution or talents. So this is what we can provide you to do. And this is a concept of what we nominate this year's. This is a concept of sustainable innovation platforms. So we want to carry, we aim to carry some Web 2 company like some public sectors, financial sectors, security firm, or retail through our platform to transform them into a Web 3 native platforms. And this platform is actually, formulated by different stakeholders. And you can see this is the big map about our ecosystems. In the very low level is our ICE and Plus platform. We have our network structure, we have our computing structure and security products here, and we have our R&D centers called Damoyuan. Right under infrastructure, we will invest a lot to develop some toolkits that favor to developers. For example, the data indexing services, data analytics services, some open API, etc. So it's a roadmap. So based on these two infrastructures, we recruit different partners to be our ecosystem participations. Some big names here you may already hear about it, like Animoca, like Consensus, like Hashkey Group, Avalanche, etc. Of course, we have the BNB train here, and more importantly, we have a global community here. We want to build the added value for our ecosystem partners. So we partner with different organizations like the Blockchain Academy, like Cyberport in Hong Kong, like Invest Hong Kong, FinTech Hong Kong. They are the government supporting organization that pay extra effort in Web3 ecosystems. And also in Alibaba Cloud, we have our own investment fund called Alibaba Cloud Entrepreneur Fund. They have lots of plan to invest in Web3 projects. So here are our Web3 products and solutions landscape. So in short, we will provide some really ground infrastructure workloads like the computing resources, GPU spot instance, and we have spot very kind of a storage like CPFS, LDFS. That's a really good performance storage, and we have some network solution here like a global accelerator that help you to accelerate the network speed across our application on the cloud or lower the cloud. And we have CN Cloud Enterprise Network that connect to all our data center through our backbones to ensure you have a really good SLA and network latency. So we also have our cloud native component like ACK, is a container service, and ECI and serverless engine, etc. So right on the cloud native application, we have the data services that help you to manage your big data and used to be data analytics solutions. And we have a multi-train services that we are working on it. So it's actually in a great testing period. We will announce some node services that will help our partners, co-work with our partners. So we actually announced our security product called ID verifications for Web3 companies. So this is ID verification is actually a eKYC solutions help you, to verify the users by using our AI model and AI technologies. So it's quite an essential part for the exchange. We also have our AML solution, is anti-money laundering solutions. We actually co-work with some famous brand in Web3 industries, and we have our own AML database. Work with our partners together to provide the best quality solutions. And we also have a MPC solutions. It means that it help you to keep your private key into 3 different locations, and make sure the key is securely stored and is unbreakable by hacker. So all are now offered from Alibaba Cloud for Web3 industry today. Besides that, we also have our model services. It's called Model Scope. It's a big data API platforms. Means that just like what you heard famous is like ChatGPT. So we have our AI model. You can just put in some script and you can formulate the pictures or wording using our AI model. So it's totally researched and developed by Damo Yuan. So there is an exciting news. Recently, we have a major price drop at all major products, including our computing resources we call it ECS. And also the storage is OSS, and also network services like SLB and our database service RDS. So we have a down pricings around from 50% to 15%. So it's quite a major down pricing recently. So you can find some news in the internet. So we just announced it today, and effective by 7th of May. So you can keep your eyes on the internet updates. So we also have some boundary for the Go Zero to Hero programs to BNB. So our price is quite attractive in my personal opinion. We offer a POC Cloud vouchers for each winners, first paid winners, and each winner can receive a POC Cloud vouchers worth to 10,000 US dollars. So the reading requirement is quite straightforward. You just need to create an Alibaba Cloud International account on our website, and also include our, you make use of Alibaba Cloud's services to your projects. And the first three places winner can receive a POC Cloud vouchers here. And also we also give the first part winners can access, we will make your case to be our customer reference in our public website, and also we will do some press release relate to the first place winners here. So it's quite attractive, right? And in finally, I just want to give some update to all. We are actively involved in different kinds of activities targeting Web3 companies and events. Like we participate in Web3 festival that happened in the middle of May. It's a really big one, and we are the co-organizer. And we hold our own Web3 event that called a to Web3 festival that happening in the March that happened in March. And also we have our hackathon, co-work with HT Group, and this one is quite successful. We have received over 200 projects through the hackathon. So you can see a lot of event photo here. You can see we are involved a lot in, we are providing a lot of resources and involved a lot in their events. And also through our platform, you can have your brand exposures here. And like we will actively doing some case study sharing on our social media, including LinkedIn, Twitter, and our Telegram communities. And you can see this one is about the MOU with Nodeville. Yeah, we have a close partnership with Nodeville that help us deliver some Web3 infrastructure and services. And here is a very hot update that Coco Combo's network chose Alibaba Cloud as his cloud provider to publish his testnet here. And a lot of reference here, like this is the one with Riverman. It's a metaverse project, and it actually helped to build Alibaba Cloud as in his platform. And this is online meeting with Avalanche. So it's a lot of exposures, opportunities when you partner with Alibaba Cloud. And last but not least, if you are interested, please join our Telegram by scanning the QR code, or just search Alibaba Cloud in Telegram. So you may get you have the chance to get the latest update and news updates in the Telegram. And I think that's all my presentations. Thank you. And see if any question here.
Thanks, Leo. And let's see if we have any questions here.
So is there any question here?
If not, we will, because I know it's quite late for Asia area. So if not, maybe we can stop the end the workshop session today. And thanks,
So
Leo,
I
for
guess I need to stay here for a moment. No, not really. So hey, so I'm still here.